Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the mess. Before we get into the mess, when I tell y'all, I don't know what happened last night. Well, I do know. I think it had to be something that I ate. All I know is I woke up this morning around 10 o'clock, and my mouth was very, very wet. Okay. And I just remember waking up like swallowing a lot of spit. And I'm like, what is going on? So it was to the point where I felt like I couldn't even it was coming out so it was coming so fast. I was like, I'm just gonna go to the sink and just spit it out. As soon as I got up, I get to the sink, turn the water on, and then all of a sudden, girl, I could feel vomit about to come up. And when I tell you I didn't know what was going on, so I ran to the toilet. While I was vomiting for at least 3 minutes. So I'm just throwing up my guts. Do you hear me? Ain't nothing like this ever happened to me. So the only thing that I could really think about was I went to IHOP last night. I got the split breakfast. I got two pancakes. It comes with a waffle. No, it comes with one French toast, eggs, bacon, and sausage. And I had a cup of water, cup of ice water. I didn't even eat it all. I remember I was literally at IHOP on the phone with my friend talking, being messy, and eating at the same time. And I got full, and I was so happy because I didn't eat it all. And so I took a picture, and I was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "I didn't even eat all my food." Look, took a picture, sent it to my friend. Was done. Came home. Was good to go. And this morning, honey, it just was a mess. And my stomach was not feeling that it wasn't bad. um but it was really just the vomit for me. That was the first time that had really, from what I can remember, if it has happened, it had to happen a long time ago, and I just don't remember. But to just wake up out of my sleep to vomit, ugh. Girl, it was a mess. But anyways, so I'm here. We good to go. Honey, the mess always makes me feel better. Do it make you feel better? It make me feel better. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this is according to ESPN.com. So Georgia man guilty of cheating ex-NBA players Howard Parsons of $8 million. So a Georgia businessman was convicted Friday on 5 counts of federal jury by a federal jury in Manhattan of defrauding former NBA players Dwight Howard and Chandler Parsons of a combined $8 million in 2021. Calvin Darden Jr. was found guilty of fraud, bank fraud, and money laundering in two different conspiracy counts. Darden was involved in multiple schemes with former NBA agent Charles Briscoe, who pleaded guilty to his role in the case last year. Prosecutors presented evidence that Howard sent Darden a $7 million payment for what the former All-Star thought was a part of an effort to purchase WNBA team, the Atlanta Dream. Girl, let me tell you something. Let me stop right there. Girl, Dwight Howard, he ain't he. But I said it must be real nice to just go into your account and be able to send somebody $7 million. You hear a business plan and honey, you're like, yeah, yeah, I think I could do that. Yeah, I'll send it to you. And then you just send somebody $7 million. I said, baby, I know that's right. But you still ain't you still ain't about nothing to White. We ain't forgot about what the people said about you. Parsons was tricked into a fraudulent investment in the development of the career of former number two draft pick James Wiseman. Government lawyers have indicated they plan to argue for a sentence of 11 to 14 years for Darden, who was also convicted of a multi-million dollar fraud scheme in 2016. You still ain't learned your lesson. So Calvin Darden was already convicted of a multi-million dollar fraud scheme in 2016. And here you go again. Girl. The jury, which took 5 hours to reach the verdict after a 2-week trial, was presented evidence that Darden used 6.1 million of Howard's $7 million on 2 cars. So he took Dwight's money. And he purchased 2 cars, including a Lamborghini, $110,000 on a piano, $90,000 on watches, and to help purchase a $3.7 million home in Atlanta. Howard testified against Darden during the trial. Briscoe received 3 months of home detention and 3 years of supervision for one count of wire fraud last November. The case was a part of a sweeping series of charges and arrests made by the Southern District of New York last year. New York, a former Morgan Stanley next year, a former Morgan Stanley financial advisor, Daryl Cohen, is set to stand trial as part of a scheme that the government alleges defrauded Boston Celtics star Jrue Holiday, among others. Girl, this is a mess. Girl, one thing about a scammer, they gonna scam, honey. Girl, you ain't learned your lesson in 2016. Now you possibly about to go to jail. Not jail, girl, prison, possibly for 11 to 14 years. Over some watches and a piano and some cars and a house. Now you're going to the big house. You can't take that house with you. You can't take them cars. You can't take them watches. Girl, is it worth it? Was it worth it? All right, y'all. Let's move on. Janice Combs, Diddy's mama. Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, released a statement regarding her son's sex crimes allegations. Before we get into this statement, because I'm going to read the whole statement. That's your son. That's your child. You carried him. You birthed him. I'm sure that he takes very good care of his mother. I don't know how it feels to have children. And hopefully I will never know because I don't want no children. Hello? So it's easy. I know it's easier it's easier for me to sit here and say what someone should or should not do because I'm not in that position. And the fact is, he has not been found guilty of anything. But Janice, girl, as far as I'm concerned, Janice, this is what Janice had to say. Janice Combs, the mother of Sean Combs, through her undersigned counsel and on the behalf of the Combs family, releases the following statement. I come to you today as a mother that is devastated and profoundly saddened by the allegations made against my son, Sean Combs. It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. To bear witness what seems to be like a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words. Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court and finally share his side and prove his innocence. I am not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have. Girl, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. One thing that makes me sick, and I love all y'all to pieces. I really, really do. But girl, when y'all be trying to put everybody in the same boat as, oh, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But girl, I'm not walking around here knocking bitches upside the head. I'm not knocking nobody's head between a washer and a dryer. I ain't stomping nobody in the middle of no hotel hallway. I ain't blowing up no cars. I ain't slipping nothing in nobody's drinks. I ain't forcing nobody to do nothing they don't want to do. Okay? So when people start to go down that road of we all make mistakes, yeah, we do all make mistakes, but what mistakes are you talking about? Okay? I've had missteps in friendships. I've done things I've had to apologize for. I've talked to people in a crazy way and I had to apologize. I've done some things. I've made some mistakes. But the stuff that Puff Daddy has been accused of, girl, that's not a mistake. Okay. Let's continue. My son may have not been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with his ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when the truth is outside the norm or too complicated to believe, to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex. I'm sorry. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt. Girl, first of all, Janice, your son just didn't settle with Cassie because of that one incident. Your son ain't paid the millions of dollars, allegedly, girl, because girl, he whooped her ass one time. And then they took that one incident of him seeing him, girl, slang her across a hotel lobby and stomp her and throw vases at that girl's skull, girl, to all of a sudden just girl, stop. Now, do I believe like a domino effect? When one victim comes forward, the other victims come forward? Yes, I do. It is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Here y'all go with y'all, girl. Here y'all go with the mistake stuff. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they did not fit the image of what society considers to be a good person. Girl, is she trying to pull the black card? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh. History has shown us how individuals can be wrongfully convicted due to their past actions or mistakes. How old is Janice? Let me see how old is Janice. Because I think Janice up there. How old is Janice? I think Janice should be Janice. Let me see. How old is Janice? 80. Also, Janice was 80 in 2020. I ain't gonna say Janice look good though. So Janice got to be what, at least 84 now? Oh, so was she 83? 83, 84. Uh-huh. Janice, babe, I just want you to, girl, I just want you not to be stressed out and enjoy the rest of your time. You know, girl, most of your life has already been lived, right? We don't want to stress. I don't want Janice to be stressed out about that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I just want Janice to sit down because Janice at this point, girl, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Girl, Janice, don't stress yourself out and send yourself to no early grave. You 85. But I understand that's your baby. Your baby is a terrorist from what the people say. Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something. Girl, I hope he got some money stashed away for you. Anyways, something I can never forget. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions without ever hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side. These lies thrown at him are motivated by those seeking a financial gain and not justice. These individuals saw how quick my son's civil I'm sorry. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son. Did Cassie falsely accuse him too? Oh. False allegations of SA, true victims of sexual violence, from getting the justice they deserve. To make matters worse, the federal government is now using these lies to prosecute my son. This injustice has been unbearable for our family. The worst part of this ordeal is watching my beloved son be stripped of his dignity, not for what he did, but for what people choose to believe about him. I ask his supporters, fans, colleagues, friends, and the public to not judge him before you had the chance to hear his side. I beg you to think about those who have been wrongfully persecuted, to remember that not everyone who has made mistakes in life deserves to have their entire existence judged by a single action or a few mistakes. Girl, what few mistakes? Blowing up a bitch car? What few mistakes? Knocking somebody upside the head? What few mistakes? What mistakes you talking about, Janice? Girl, talk plain to me. My son is not the monster they have painted him out to be, and he deserves a chance to tell his side. I can only pray that I'm alive to see him, girl. Girl, okay? I can only pray that I'm alive to see him speak his truth and be vindicated. Respectfully submitted on behalf of Janice Small Combs and the Combs family. Listen, Miss Combs, I really want you just to sit down and rest your nerves and calm down and just enjoy the rest of your time, because this might be a long, bumpy ride. And I don't think you want to be on this ride, baby girl. You too old for this. Shout out to Janice. I don't know if she want me to tell her. Let's move on. Girl, y'all be letting everybody get in y'all mouth. And I just don't understand it. Don't get it twisted. I think that everyone wants a nice set of chompers. Okay. Girl. I think everybody wants a nice set of teeth. Girl, these were expensive. Okay. Braces. I had braces once and then I had Invisalign. And I still feel like I want Invisalign again. I just feel like my teeth are not where I want them to be. Okay. Um, so trying to get what you think is the perfect smile can be very expensive. Um, and I get it, especially when you look on social media and everybody got walking around, girl, teeth, girl, bling, just cheese. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just walking around, her teeth just white, girl, Clorox white, girl. You know what I'm saying? But girl, y'all gonna have to be careful. So, Operation Toothache. Viral Atlanta veneer specialist arrested and charged with 8 felonies after practicing dentistry and medicine for years without a license. Sold and taught veneer courses for $6,000. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm a little conflicted on this. Okay, I'm gonna get to it. Neighbors, this is crazy. I'm sure you've all seen the viral TikTok and Instagram videos of A-List Smiles Atlanta doing veneer transformations and teaching classes. The man behind it all has been arrested for an elaborate scheme. Brandon Dillard refers to himself as Atlanta's top veneer specialist, but according to the Fulton County District Attorney's Fannie Willis and Will Wooten, he's been practicing medicine and dentistry for a long time without a license. Brandon Dillard is not a dentist. He's never been a dentist, and as much as he may want to play one on Instagram, he is not one, said Wooten. Authorities raided A-List Smiles Atlanta on Thursday after the viral videos garnered suspicion and led them to build their investigation. The business was started back in 2021 and has amassed over 157,000 followers that included celebrities and influencers. Though the page features many transformations, they were done illegally. The business also offers raffles for discounted veneers and charges $5,500 to $6,000 for two-day classes teaching the illegal procedure. If you went to this and you thought it was a dental office and you looked at the equipment, it appears to be legit, but that's what the best fraudsters do is they do everything that they can to make themselves look legitimate. And in this case, this is an illegitimate operation. The problem is the consequences are one's health, Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis said. Brandon is now facing 8 felonies after his arrest. The counts include theft by deception, practicing dentistry without a license, and practicing medicine without a license. Many people paid this defendant to receive training on how to do this illegal conduct. I'm not interested in prosecuting those persons. I'm interested in them stopping this work and finding out who they are because they are also victims. They want any patients or clients that touch the courses to come forward. They also said that he was denied bail. Do y'all think he should have been denied bail? They say he's a threat. That was the only thing I was like, girl, they really denied him bail? Let me tell y'all something. I saw too many people. Girl, I'm sorry. It's too many of y'all. This is not say this with love. It's too many of y'all in the comment section talking about it's not that big of a deal. Girl, you do know your teeth. Girl, you do know your mouth. Okay, I don't know if y'all know this. You know your mouth, girl. It's also linked to your body. And girl, if something happens with your mouth, infection or something, girl, could tear your whole body up. It's a big deal, believe it or not. Okay? It is. If that boy was in your mouth and something went wrong, you would be. Let me tell you something. I went to the dentist one time to get my teeth cleaned, and I didn't know that my dentist was on vacation. So I'm laying back like this, waiting. I'm on my phone, waiting. The girl come in, she doing whatever she doing. I'm sitting there and I'm like, how you doing? I've been all right. How you been, girl? You know what I'm saying? Just on my phone, they're just looking. And then all of a sudden, to my right, I see this man sit right beside me. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? Girl. And so he started introducing himself. Girl, I'm like, hold on, what Dr. Wynn at? Girl, what's up? Girl, what's going on? Talking about she on vacation. Girl, I don't even know. Girl, hold up. Girl, I'm not about to let you in my mouth. I do not know you like that. Do you hear me? Girl, y'all just have these strange people in this office. Girl, I do not let people play in my mouth like that. Now I'm not gonna lie, girl. After he finished cleaning my teeth, girl, I ain't gonna lie. I started to ask him, girl, wait. Quantas, it's he really cleaned my teeth better than Dr. Wynn do. So I was like, oh. Girl. But all I'm saying is, even though I knew that with Dr. Wynn being on vacation and the man first of all, the man was like 5'3". They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I knew, at least I was hoping that whoever she had while she was on vacation, was, just as good as her. He was even better, quiet as kept. I still had questions. Where is my dentist? I don't know you. Okay, girl, you're not about to be putting no needles and scratching my teeth and girl, all that carrying on. Girl, I don't know where your hands been. So for y'all to just be going to people and letting them put veneers in y'all mouth and do all types of work, girl, I just don't think y'all understand how serious it can be if your mouth catches an infection, if there's any type of bacteria, like you just never know. So I definitely get it ain't about, oh, no, girl, he's a scammer. They should be trying to. They should be trying to set something up for him to go to dentist. For him to go to dentistry, girl. He don't want to go to dentistry, girl, because I'm sure the money that he's made. I'm sure that he could have at least afforded to say, you know what, I need to stop this and go and if I'm sure the money that he's probably made, if he did not want to take out student loans or whatever, or if he couldn't take out student loans due to whatever, girl, he could have went to school. And unfortunately, because he wanted to take the easy route and brag and boast online, and that's another thing, girl, y'all really be online bragging about shit y'all ain't got no business doing. You know how many times I've seen people online talking about, girl, they're a veneer specialist? Girl, what the fuck is that? Girl, are you a dentist or not? Did you go to school? Y'all really be online having whole Instagram pages promoting y'all businesses like it's legal. And now your ass is in jail because you wanted to take a shortcut. Anyways, I don't feel sorry for nobody who went to that man and something happened to their mouth. I'm sorry. Y'all knew that man was no real dentist. Y'all wanted $1 million smile. And y'all went to him and said, girl, I'm gonna go, it's a veneer specialist. What? Anyways, child. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.